Hello YouTube, I am Walking the Cow, and in this video we're going to look at how to load a game from a cassette onto a Commodore 64. So first of all, apart from a Commodore 64 computer, you're going to need a Commodore data set player. These are what read the data from the cassettes. With the old Commodore machines you are going to need a Commodore specific data set player. Was one of the very few down points of owning a Commodore 64. The thing with the ZX Spectrum is that the ZX Spectrum would load from most cassette players. And of course you're going to need a television and you're going to need electricity. You're also going to need a cassette, and this is what cassettes look like, or rather this is what they look like in the case. Take the cassette out of the cassette case, and here is the tape itself, and we'll have a closer look at that in just a second. So some of you younger viewers, I know most of my older viewers you'll definitely be familiar with a cassette player. Any of you really younger viewers that may not be familiar, here's what a cassette looks like. And you see they've got the data there on the actual tape. You see it's red there, that's right at the beginning of the tape. And so you got everything plugged in, you got the data set player, the TV plugged in, you got your Commodore 64 machine plugged in. So then you're going to go ahead and turn your TV on. This is a CRT TV. I think these are a lot better for the older systems, but some people like to use the more newer TVs. So after switching on the power with the Commodore 64, you'll be greeted with this screen. You'll have to excuse the flickering of the screen. This is a common problem with all the old CRT TVs. It didn't look like that at the time, but when you are recording, that's how it looks, I'm afraid. Nothing I can do about that. So you're going to pop your cassette into the data set player. You're going to make sure it's rewinded right to the beginning, which this already is. Then you can press Shift or the Run button at the same time, or you can do it the way I like to do it. Type load, L-O-A-D, then hit return, and you'll now get this message on your screen. Ready, you've typed load, and it asks you to press the play on the tape. So you go ahead and press play on the tape. And don't worry, this is completely normal. Your TV will flicker off, and it's telling us there that it's found the game. It'll usually just use either the first word from the game title or just any word from the game title. With this game being called Horace Goes Skiing, it just chose the word Horace there. And now the famous loading older gamers will tell you about. You see now where the data set player is reading the data from the cassette. It's going to store it in RAM inside the Commodore 64, and we're going to fast forward a little bit here. I'm going to cut a lot of the loading time out, even though this game only takes about 2 minutes or less to load. We're going to cut a bit of that time out, and then we'll join you when it has loaded. And there you go, we've got the game loaded up, and that is how to load games from a cassette onto a Commodore 64. Thank you for watching. I hope that's useful for a few of you out there. As usual, I've been Walking the Cow, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.